A wounded buffalo waited 4 hours in thick bush, then circled back and ambushed the hunter following its blood trail. That is not prey behavior. That is something else entirely. Every year, lions kill dozens of Cape buffalo across sub-Saharan Africa, but the numbers that almost nobody talks about run the other direction. Buffalo kill lions, regularly, deliberately, and in numbers that make wildlife biologists sit up straight. This animal, a grazing herbivore that spends most of its day eating grass, has earned a nickname among the professional hunters who track dangerous game across Africa. They call it the Black Death. Not the lion, not the leopard, not the crocodile lurking in every river crossing. The buffalo. And the reason has almost nothing to do with size or strength. It has to do with something far more unsettling. To understand why the Cape buffalo kills more lions than it loses, you have to start with a number. A lion pride attempting to bring down a single adult buffalo fails more than half the time. Not a herd, one animal. And still, a coordinated group of the most effective large predators in Africa walks away empty more often than it succeeds. That statistic reshapes everything you think you know about the predator-prey relationship on the African savanna. Because the Cape buffalo did not become this dangerous by accident. Start with the architecture. The Cape buffalo skull develops a structure called a boss, a fused plate of solid bone that grows across the top of the head, connecting both horns into a single reinforced unit. That boss can be 15 centimeters thick in an adult male. A hunting rifle round fired at the wrong angle deflects off it. The horns themselves curve outward, then down, then sweep back up into points. The design is almost mechanical, built to hook underneath a predator's body, lift and throw. Lions that attack from the rear and lose their grip get caught on the upswing. The result is a predator that weighs 200 kilograms launched into the air by an animal weighing 700. The impact on landing breaks bones, frequently fatal ones, but the anatomy only explains part of it. The real weapon is the herd. Cape buffalo herds can number over 1,000 animals in East Africa. When a predator threatens one member, especially a calf, the response is not flight. It is formation. The herd closes ranks. Adults face outward, cows push calves to the center. The entire mass moves, not away from the threat, but toward it. There is footage, well documented by wildlife researchers in the Serengeti, of buffalo herds using what can only be described as flanking movements. Part of the herd drives the predator forward. Another group circles wide to cut off retreat. The lions end up surrounded. In those situations, they die. Not always, but often enough that lions have learned, behaviorally across generations, to avoid large buffalo herds when smaller prey is available. Now set aside the herd entirely, because some of the most dangerous buffalo on the continent are the ones that left it. Old males expelled from the herd, or that drifted away as their dominance faded, are called Dagga boys. The word comes from a Zulu term meaning mud, because these bulls spend their days wallowing alone in muddy waterholes. They have no herd protection, they have no coordinated defense. What they have instead is permanent, unresolvable aggression. A young buffalo with herd backup might choose flight when a threat is manageable. A Dagga boy has no such calculus. Cornered or even approached, it charges. And it charges with the full mass of an animal that spent decades winning dominance fights against other buffalo. Professional hunters, men whose entire career is built around tracking dangerous chumam, consistently rate the solitary Dagga boy as the single most dangerous animal encounter in Africa. More dangerous than lion, more dangerous than elephant, more dangerous, they say, than anything else you will meet on the continent. Which brings us back to the ambush. The behavior is documented enough that it has a name in the professional hunting community. The buffaloes double back. A wounded buffalo, instead of continuing to flee, will walk a wide arc through dense bush, sometimes covering hundreds of meters, to position itself behind and downwind of whoever is following its trail. Then it waits. The tracker following blood assumes the animal is ahead of them, weakening, moving away. They move faster. They focus down on the ground, and the buffalo is already behind them. Whether this constitutes genuine planning, whether a buffalo is capable of forming something like a deliberate strategy, is a question wildlife biologists have not fully answered. What they have confirmed is that the behavior is real, repeatable, and consistent enough that experienced trackers treat every blood trail as a potential ambush. That is a prey animal that has forced its primary predator class, human hunters, to develop entirely new tracking protocols to survive the follow-up. The lions know it too. Research in Kruger National Park found that lions with prior experience hunting buffalo show measurably different approach behavior, wider circling, longer observation periods, and a significantly higher rate of abandoning the hunt compared to younger lions. Experience with buffalo teaches lions to be cautious. The ones that weren't cautious didn't survive long enough to teach anyone anything. There is an image that captures the relationship perfectly. A lion sitting at the edge of the tree line, watching a buffalo herd drink and simply not moving. Not because it isn't hungry, because it has learned the math. The Cape buffalo kills more lions than it loses because it built something over millions of years that pure predators never needed to develop. A complete system of violence. Armor in the skull, weapons in the horns, tactical coordination in the herd, premeditated aggression in ours in the individual. The lion is built to hunt. The buffalo is built to make hunting it not worth the cost. And across the African savanna, that calculation plays out every single day, usually in the buffalo's favor. The Black Death does not chase you down. It just makes certain that if you come for it, you pay a price most predators cannot afford. If this is the kind of story that keeps you watching, subscribe. There are more animals on this channel that rewrote the rules of what prey is supposed to do. Next time, the animal that terrifies crocodiles, and for good reason.